But there's a difference between getting in shape in the off season and staying in shape during the season.
Like, they do not care. Luka gonna be like, damn, I ain't win a chip. But Luka was the greatest Laker that never won. But nobody cares.
Ladies and gentlemen, NBA fans, Lakers lovers, and haters, at this point it is no longer news that the Los Angeles Lakers just locked in Luka Doncic to a massive extension. The next big dynasty. I mean, how lucky can the NBA team be in always having the best player in the league on their roster? George Mikan, Elgin Baylor, Jerry West, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe, LeBron, and now Luka Doncic? Well, listen, on paper, this sounds like a dream. But what if I told you that this might just be the biggest mistake the Lakers have made since they thought Westbrook was the missing piece, or since they traded for a 38-year-old Steve Nash with a bad back?
Okay, Luka Doncic, the All-NBA star for the Lakers, has signed a 3-year, $165 million max contract extension. He was set to be a free agent next offseason, but he commits to a 3-year extension now.
So, Luka's just inked a 3-year, $165 million extension with a player option in 2028. This was a superstar who, 6 months ago, got traded to LA in the most awkward trade since, honestly, ever. Dude didn't even want to be there. He was basically a hostage in warm weather. He was traded against his will and was eligible for a supermax if he just waited a few more months with Dallas. Well, it's all in the past now, and so far Luka Doncic has taken less money to stay with the Los Angeles Lakers. Regardless, Luka has shown that he is committed to the Lakers, and what better way to prove his commitment than his new shape? A slimmer and fit Luka Doncic shocked many this offseason, with many in the basketball world admitting that Luka is in championship shape. I mean, this is him in his rookie year, and look at this offseason. Over the years, the NBA superstar has taken plenty of heat for his conditioning and physique, and now he has gone out of his way to show that he is committed to leading the Lakers. One might say with this new physique, Luka Doncic is on demon time or on a revenge tour.
And when you see Luka setting the bar, looking in shape, the league is in trouble.
What kind of year do you expect out of Luka?
MVP candidate.
What a on display.
Angry.
Dončić. You know he wants to make a statement.
Destroyer.
Well, in the words of Stephen A. Smith,
But there's a difference between getting in shape in the off season and staying in shape during the season.
now you might say Stephen A. is just waffling, but you have to understand that NBA fans have seen this movie before. Luka gets into shape over the summer, then shows up to camp looking overweight. The point guard once returned to training camp from the offseason 30 pounds above his ideal playing weight in back-to-back seasons. I mean, can't the Lakers see that the very thing that drove Shaq out in 2004 is the very thing that brought Luka to LA in 2025? As far back as 2021, Hall of Famer Reggie Miller called him out. Right now, I see Luka Doncic heavier than ever. To me, he's got to get leaner and better on defense, Miller said of Doncic's weight in 2021.
Team from the field. Dončić double stolen by White. Right with Jones, lays it up and in. It's up and good. JJ, what was the key as they go down low to Holiday? He lifts it up and in.
In the 2022-2023 season, former NBA champion and current ESPN analyst Kendrick Perkins explained that it is easy to be fooled by Luka because he will consistently give you 30, 8, and 9 points, but he constantly leaves his team out to dry. To put into context how his weight affects him, you should know that Luka dunked just twice last season, once with the Mavericks, once with the Lakers. In his rookie season, he attempted 27 dunks, 8 more tries than the point guard had in the past 3 seasons combined. Now, in his defense, no one is asking him to dunk. He isn't known for that. Losing weight won't magically turn Luka into Brian Westbrook. However, there is no denying that carrying less weight on the court will make him have more energy to expend on the defensive end. Obviously, fat Luka, slim Luka, it don't even matter. He's proven he can get a bucket anytime, anywhere. But this isn't Dallas anymore, this is the Los Angeles Lakers, the land of 17 championships where the lights shine the brightest. That pressure, that expectation, that Laker microscope, it eats guys alive. Dwight Howard knows, Westbrook definitely knows. This is a team Steve Nash, Karl Malone, Gary Payton, and Carmelo Anthony have all played for and not many remember. In short, expectations are high, and can Luka Doncic handle all of those expectations? Is the Los Angeles Lakers in safe hands with this European superstar? I mean, this is the first time in the franchise history that they are banking their future on a European basketball player. No disrespect to European players, and to put what I meant in context, listen to what former NBA All-Star Jeff Teague had to say.
European players, if they don't win, once they leave, nigga, they don't even live here. Nobody even cares. They just be like the greatest. Oh, he was nice.
And plus, they take all their money
and go home. Like, they do not care about nothing. I learned that from Dennis Schroeder. He literally did not saying he don't care about America, but he just be like, when I'm done playing here, I go play back home. I'm gonna get all the money I can here, go home, then go play back home. Like, they do not care. Luka gonna be like, damn, I ain't win a chip. But Luka was the greatest Laker that never won. But nobody cares. Cause you ain't gonna see him no more.
Yeah, he definitely.
Like, when the last time y'all seen Tony Kukoc?
Let's be real, is Luka Doncic a generational player? Yes, absolutely. But so was Charles Barkley, Karl Malone, John Stockton, Allen Iverson, Tracy McGrady, and Carmelo Anthony. And you know what they all have in common? 0 rings. Leading a team, especially one with huge expectations, to a championship takes a lot more than just being a generational talent. Even LeBron James led the Lakers to just 1 title, and that was peak AD and Danny Green actually hitting shots. So the question is simple. Do you think Luka Doncic has what it takes to lead the Lakers to a championship, let alone a dynasty? But hey, before you go full Skip Bayless mode, do me a solid. Smash that like button like Luka cooks a slow-footed big in transition. And hit that subscribe button, because real talk, 98% of you watching aren't even subscribed. If you made it this far, clearly you're rocking with the content, so help the channel grow. It means everything and lets me keep dropping more NBA drama and breakdowns. Now let me know in the comments. Is Luka saving the Lakers, or are the Lakers wasting Luka's prime? Now, to say Luka Doncic isn't competitive or can't lead a team to a championship, now would that be wrong? Let's be honest, he just took the Mavs to the NBA Finals 2 seasons ago. And in that playoff, he led the entire playoffs in total points, rebounds, assists, and steals. No one in NBA history has ever done that. He was on a mission, and he did it hurt.
I gotta see it right there. Dort, first foul in the game on either team.
And wrapped up. However, most NBA fans, except OKC fans, seem to forget that the Thunder had an answer for Luka Doncic in their playoff series. What they had no answer for was PJ Washington and Daniel Gafford. PJ averaged 17.7 points, 8.3 rebounds, and 2.0 assists, and Daniel Gafford averaged 11.0 points on 61% shooting, 7.5 rebounds, and 2.0 blocks in 6 games against the Thunder in the 2024 Western Conference semifinals. With Dallas, Luka Doncic played his best basketball, having two-way big wings that can shoot and some rim-running centers. During his time with the Mavs, Luka and Derek Lively II had the 3rd best impact of any duo among active players where they were teammates. Gafford also stepped up as a reliable rim runner, especially during periods when other centers got injured. In short, to make the Lakers a title contender, Luka Doncic needs structure. He needs two-way big wing players who can shoot. He needs everything the Lakers haven't been in the past few years. So far this offseason, the Lakers have been very active. They signed 2018 first overall pick DeAndre Ayton and 2022 Defensive Player of the Year Marcus Smart. Talented players with quite a lot to prove. Unfortunately, neither is Luka Doncic's winning formula. And to make matters worse, the team now has limited cap space and draft picks to make the necessary trade. DeAndre Ayton is a decent but imperfect fit in the short term. In the past, he was a solid pick-and-roll partner for Chris Paul with the Phoenix Suns. However, Ayton isn't as vertical an athlete as Lively, and his effort has been very inconsistent in the past few years. Smart, on the other hand, is expected to improve the Lakers' shaky perimeter defense, but the real question is, what exactly are Smart, Luka Doncic, and the Lakers getting themselves into? Luka's best season saw him surrounded by knockdown shooters. Throughout his career in the league, he has generated the most corner three-point attempts of any passer in the NBA. Unfortunately, the Lakers don't have many of those on their roster, and the addition of Smart neither solves that nor allows the Lakers to solve that problem. In the first half of last season with the Memphis Grizzlies, Marcus Smart shot just 36% before the Grizzlies moved him to Washington at the deadline for expiring contracts. The point guard is 31 and has never been a good three-point shooter, having shot 32% beyond the arc in his career, and not to mention that his addition to the team reduces the Lakers' flexibility to add salary during the season. With 14 players under contract, they'll be barely $1 million away from their hard cap. The Lakers won't be able to fill their final NBA roster spot until January at the earliest, and will be challenged to make trades that bring back more salary than they sent out. A little known fact here, in 2027 the Lakers can redo Luka's deal. But if he just plays out the 2 extra guaranteed years and declines his 2028 to 2029 player option, Luka Doncic could become the first player ever to make $80 million in a single season. That's almost $1 million per game. Per game. That's more than some NBA bench warmers make in their entire career. And get this, the last year of that deal, almost $95 million. $95 million in 1 year. Now, for sure, the Lakers are a $10 billion franchise. They can technically cut that check, but when have the Lakers ever been about just one superstar? This is a team built on duos and dynasties. Kareem, Magic, Shaq, Kobe, Kobe, Gasol, LeBron, AD, and now Luka LeBron? Speaking of LeBron, we'll get to him a little later in the video. And they are banking their future on Luka leading them to a dynasty. After all, which team wouldn't? The entire league was built on dynasties. At least it always has been. Bill Russell's Celtics in the 60s, Magic vs. Bird in the 80s, Jordan's Bulls in the 90s, the Shaq Kobe Lakers, Duncan's Spurs, and in the 2010s, LeBron's decade-long domination with a Steph Curry and the Warriors subplot. But here's the thing, since the Warriors went back-to-back in 2017 and 2018, the NBA has turned into Oprah with championships. You get a ring, you get a ring, everybody gets a ring. 7 different champions in 7 years. 11 different finalists. And the defending champ hasn't made it to the conference finals in the last 6 postseasons. So, building a dynasty now? Hard. Building one in LA with Luka's contract? That's basically NBA level Sudoku. And if you think the only challenge is finding talent, nah, the new first and second apron rules are basically the NBA's way of saying, spend too much and we'll make your life miserable. Look at Boston. They were about to have a $500 million roster, then had to trade away Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis right after winning a championship. They also risk losing big men Al Horford and Luke Cornett in free agency. The Clippers didn't even re-sign Paul George last summer, let him walk for nothing. The first All-Star to switch teams as a free agent since they signed Kawhi 5 years ago. It's not just about signing stars anymore, you've got to avoid terrible contracts like it's an episode of Survivor. Flexibility is everything, and if you lose it, the league will absolutely punish you for it. Luka's extension sounds amazing on paper, but the Lakers aren't just signing a star. They're trying to build a dynasty in the hardest NBA era to actually build one. And oh, who could possibly forget the elephant in the room? LeBron James. For the first time in LeBron's career, he is not holding all the cards. He has always been in control of every situation in his career, and now not very much. The superstar had always signed short-term deals in his prime in order to maintain flexibility. When he wasn't happy with the direction of a team he was playing for, he left. Well, for some years now, LeBron has been unhappy with how the Lakers front office doesn't share his sense of urgency. LeBron wants to win his 5th championship, and he wants to win it now. His clock is ticking fast, but do the Lakers' signings and additions prove that they share his urgency? When LeBron signed for the Lakers in 2018, he signed for a team that had missed the playoffs for 5 consecutive years. The team who before that had only missed the playoffs 5 times in its 65-year existence. In his first year with the Lakers, he suffered the first major injury of his career and later missed the playoffs for the first time in his career. That offseason, LeBron made sure that they were ready. That offseason, the Lakers traded the majority of their young core to the Pelicans for superstar big man Anthony Davis, signed Danny Green, then brought back free agents Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Alex Caruso, JaVale McGee, and Rajon Rondo. With LeBron, they reshaped the entire roster, and what proved that it all worked out than LeBron leading the Lakers to their 17th championship. Well, unfortunately for LeBron and even Anthony Davis, in the years that followed, they were both frustrated with the Lakers' front office's lack of direction and urgency in prioritizing roster improvement. If anything, LeBron gets to leave as a free agent after next season, and Luka, after signing his extension, gets to be in this mess. I mean, you think Rob Pelinka is suddenly going to nail roster construction after years of hit-or-miss moves? Yeah, good luck with that. Pelinka is out here playing 4D chess with players his careers, and Luka Doncic might very well be the next. Roster mistakes can definitely ruin a superstar's prime, and Luka gotta hope and pray he made the right choice, committing his future to the Lakers. For what it's worth, Luka is an incredible talent, nobody's denying that, but talent alone doesn't guarantee championships, especially in LA. LA isn't built for almost. If this thing does not click fast, Lakers fans are going to turn on him like he just wore a Celtics jersey. And unfortunately for the Los Angeles Lakers too, this extension locks them into a risky marriage. One that if it works, they'll be parading down Figueroa. And if it doesn't, well, this could be remembered as one of the most expensive mistakes in NBA history. Only time will tell. My money says the risk here is way bigger than the reward. But what do you think? Is Luka to the Lakers a guaranteed championship run, or are we about to watch another Hollywood disaster? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and if you enjoyed this video, the next video on your screen is worth your time.